right, I'm hanging out with my pal Tommy Rant right here. What's up? Now, I heard a little rumor from Strictly Business, Brandon Beretta, that you snore.
What?
That's what he told me.
First off, if that bus is paying attention to me while I'm sleeping, that ain't strictly business. That's strictly weird.
That's kind of weird, right?
I ain't about that. Where'd you hear that from him? Her?
From him.
Her. Yeah. Listen, Buster. Listen, Chooch. You got my number. You know the time. Slime time.
Careful, Brandon Beretta is really good at suplexing big fat asses, so he might get you back, but you've been losing weight, so.
You look great.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, thank you, Tommy Red and Slimeball Sage over there.
How much do you hate Papa Dan?
I don't think we have enough time in the world for me to explain how much I hate that tall, just Yeezy-wearing, stupid. I don't even know how to explain him. He just walks around like he just is entitled. He just owns the place. He can talk to whoever he wants, and I'm sick of him.
So I take it you don't like him.
Oh no, I love him. We're best friends.
Lulu, how about you?
What's the question? I didn't hear.
How much do you not like Papa Dan? Or do you?
I love Papa Dan. So cutesy.
Okay.
See? I hate him.
This is Hollywood Haley J, the Bushadowist baddie, taking over Papa Dank's whole little thing.
And your favorite princess, the cotton candy princess, Tiffany Avatar.
And Right. That's Paige. She got the fattest of the asses of them all, honey. It's okay. We're here. We're taking over. We're at WrestleCon. If you haven't already, come see A, B, and C, baby.
Yes, we are your favorites, and we are waiting for you.
Okay, now I have a question. Since I have a microphone, I'm just gonna do a random one. All right, we ready?
Okay, yeah, let's go.
When are you gonna take a power slap from Hollywood Haley J?
Right now.
Oh shit, she's crazy. I lied. I'm not about it. I lied. Take the mic.
I think my ass. Wait, come back. I was so serious.
I got it. She's ready. She's ready.
I think my ass.
Yo, they call me Dank, the lyrical titan. Stepping in the ring, spitting fire, igniting. From the square circle to the booth, I'm dominant. Unbreakable spirit, call me the king, I'm prominent. Beyond the barricade, the podcast bumping. Real talk, no gimmicks, ain't no time for slumping. Grinding day and night, always something to prove. Elevating the game, that's the Dank move. Check 1, 2, this ain't no illusion. Dropping truth bombs, causing a commotion. From the canvas to the charts, I'm climbing. Champion mindset, always shining. Resolute, run deep, instilled the fight. Never back down, always standing upright. In the ring or on the track, same intensity. Delivering knockout blows lyrically. 1, 2, this ain't no illusion. Dropping truth bombs, causing a commotion. From the canvas to the charts, I'm climbing. Champion mindset, always shining.
Welcome to Beyond the Barricade. I'm your host, Papa Dank, and today I have a very special guest from Rising Stars coming up on October 4th. Make sure you get your tickets, nywcprowrestling.com. The one, the only, Taylor Yorke joining me from Arizona.
Hi.
Hi, Taylor. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great right here in Long Island, New York, and you'll be making an appearance here in the near future.
Yes, I am so excited. I have never been to New York before, so this will be my first time going.
We're all excited to have you here. There you are, Taylor Yorke, making her Rising Star debut. Crazy. I can't wait to see who your opponent will be.
I know. As soon as I find out, I'll start studying and getting my game plan going.
That's right. You got to get your game plan going 100%. Oh, yeah. And then on October 5th, I got to make sure I read the prompt right. We're going to Coney Island, Taylor.
Yeah.
The world famous Nathan's Famous hot dog contest is there. It's going to be meet and greet that Sunday, October 5th from 12 to 3 in Coney Island, man. How exciting is that for your first time in New York, huh?
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah, me
I can't
too.
wait. I've never been to Coney Island either, so first time.
Wow. We're going to talk about the roster for a minute, a little bit, but let's talk about another couple of appearances you got right there. Tell us what's going on September 13th.
Oh yeah, this weekend here in Arizona, my promotion that like I train with and everything, we have our big anniversary show. So this is actually my first match for Phoenix Championship Wrestling, and I am so
Awesome.
excited.
Who is
And
your
yeah,
who's your opponent?
so I am teaming with Coach DK. You might have remember her. She was Vanessa Bourne in NXT, and
Okay.
she is from Scottsdale, like I am. So we are teaming together against my forever rival Zamaya and Natalia Markova from. She's from NWA,
Yeah.
and I've heard nothing but like amazing things about her. Mostly that she hits very hard
Yeah.
is what I hear, and it's like scary and exciting at the same time. So very
Yeah.
excited for this match.
Awesome. I was recently watching her wrestle at NWA 77, so yeah, she's definitely hard hitting, 100%.
Yeah, Ooh, I'm gonna brace myself. I'll be ready for her.
Awesome, awesome. Before we go into history, I want to get your thoughts on the actual roster for Rising Stars, man. We got the who's who of women
Oh yeah.
wrestlers here. Who who in this whole entire besides we're not gonna let pick Abaddon because she's the main one. She got the title, but who else would you like to have a match with?
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, there's so many like big names on there. Like Serena Deeb's on there. She's a legend. Like she's
Professor.
done so much as a wrestler, as a trainer. Like just her career has been incredible. I mean, I remember when she shaved her head and joined CM Punk, and that was like such a cool thing for
Right.
that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Serena, we got Janai Kai, the kick team, and she's got some lethal
Yes.
kicks.
Oh gosh, that's awesome.
Watch your head. We got Izzy
Yeah, I saw it. That's a
making
really
her
cool.
New York debut.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah. So that's
exciting.
two big debuts in New York coming up on October 4th.
Yeah.
100%. And there's going to be a coffin match with Abaddon versus Amity.
Whoa.
Wow, that's going to be crazy, man. Look at
That
that.
is.
I
Oh
don't care what
yeah.
I don't care what Amity says. We're still best friends.
Oh.
And I know she loses her marbles a little bit, but we're still best friends. I don't want everybody to
Yeah.
worry about that.
Don't we all lose our marbles a little bit here, right? I know I do
Right,
sometimes.
100%. All right, Dave, what you got for us? We are looking at Taylor Yorke as part of Rising Stars Women's Wrestling. 100%. Man, let's go into your history a little bit. Let's talk about how you fell in love with professional wrestling.
So, I was like in high school. I know most people like grow up watching it, and most people I know are like, "Oh, I've been watching it like my whole life." My brother watched it, and he was a big fan of it growing up. But like, my brothers had their room, and I had my room, and I didn't really ever watch it. Like, I kind of knew, I was like, "Oh, I know who like Stone Cold and The Rock and The Undertaker are."
Right.
But then I was in high school. I had this friend. He was like always obsessed with wrestling and always talking about it. And then one day we were hanging out and I know he showed me the Undertaker Mankind Hell in a Cell match. And I was I was like, what is this? Like
Right.
why is he throwing this guy off of this cell,
This
and how is this
cage.
man alive? Yeah, how did this guy survive this? So he showed me that. Another one that he showed me, I can't remember what the match was, but I remember it was Charlotte Flair. So
Okay.
this was 2015 when this happened. So this was right around the time where like, they were starting to put more of a focus and an emphasis on the
Right.
women.
The women's
And I
evolution.
thought, yeah, it was that time period.
Yeah.
So she resonated with me because I just thought she was amazing. And then the other one I remember seeing was Edge and Lita.
Yes.
And that when they were together, it might have been the Mania with the flaming table, him and Foley.
Okay.
I think it might have been that match, but it was
Uh-huh.
like I thought like, wow, that's really cool. Like here's, this girl, and she's like really, badass and like getting involved in stuff. And yeah,
So
I just was like, wow,
you're
this is
intrigued.
cool. Yeah, I was.
Okay. All right. Good, good. So what made you decide to actually go and train to become a wrestler?
So I grew up, I started as a dancer and then I moved more towards the theater side and stuck with that
Okay.
growing up and all through high school and college. And then there's just a point where like I didn't really care about movies and TV shows and plays the same way I cared about wrestling.
Right.
So all I would ever talk about was wrestling. And anytime I did a project in school, I would be like, "Can I make this about wrestling?" You know,
That's
and
awesome.
everyone was always like, "Oh, you should be a wrestler. You should be a wrestler. You should
Right.
try it." And in my head, I'm like, "Yeah, totally. Like,
Right.
why not?"
Why not?
But then life happens and then the pandemic happens and I get
Uh,
stuck at a job and it took me a while, but then I finally was like, okay, I'm gonna get into really good shape because
okay.
wrestlers are in really good shape,
Right.
and then I'm gonna figure out where to train. And there were a couple schools here in Arizona,
Okay.
so I found one in Mesa and they were still kind of new. I think they'd only been around like maybe 3 years when I started,
Right.
and we had like a tryout and we did 6 weeks of conditioning until
Wow.
we could even like touch the ring.
Right.
So
Okay. So
yeah.
so who were your initial trainers?
Dom Vitale is the head trainer at the school I'm at, and
Okay.
then
Big
Gabriel
shout out.
Gallo, he's there sometimes. uh, a lot of times our beginners classes are led by Devin Reno, he's a young up and comer. He's a good friend of mine,
Awesome.
and he is someone, I don't think I know anyone who loves wrestling the way he does, and he really shares that love
Yeah.
with everyone.
That's awesome. Well, you have that love too now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Robert says wrestling got into your blood.
It did. Yeah.
100%. And David says the matches will be announced this week.
Oh,
Ooh,
I'm looking forward to it.
I think Friday, David. Friday.
Friday. Oh my gosh, it's
Yes,
gonna
I
be here
believe
before
so.
we know it.
Friday night. Serena says I'm not best friends with Amity. I am best friends with Amity. I promise you. Me and her
We'll
best
have to fact check that one.
friends.
We'll have to see what she says.
You'll see at the show how much we get along really well at the show.
All right, I'll take your word
Maybe,
for it.
maybe. All right. All right. Let's go about your first match. Tell me about your first match in front of a crowd. Who was your opponent, and what was your reaction to your first match?
So my first match was with Zamaya. Her and
Okay.
I, we trained together. So like I said, she's my rival. So I just remember, like, I've had so many practice matches and everything, and I'm like, and I, being in front of a crowd isn't really a thing for me. In fact, like, I live for it in a lot
Awesome.
of ways, like, and I
Right.
just have my whole life. But I don't know what it was. The first time she gave me a clothesline during that first match, I just was like on the mat and I was like, you know,
Oh
and
man.
she's
Right.
she's another one who is very hard hitting. And
Gotcha.
but like it wasn't, just that. It was just like the moment of like, oh my gosh, I'm here. I think it's about 2 years of training before I had my
What a
first
match.
match. And
Okay.
it was just like, well, I'm here. I'm alive. You know,
Ready to go.
yeah. And I mean, it was so much fun. Uh, just being in front of a crowd, and we were in a small town called
Right.
Winslow. You might
Right.
know it from that one song, standing on a corner, Winslow, Arizona.
Okay. All right. I
Yeah.
haven't heard it, but I'll have to check it
If
out.
yeah, if it plays, like if you're like out somewhere and you hear it, you'll be like, "Oh, I know this
You'd be
song."
like, oh, that's what Taylor was talking about.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's
100%.
called like "Take It Easy," something like that. But so it was a smaller town. There were a lot of kids who
Yeah.
are like kids, and like grandmas are the best wrestling fans,
Right.
in my
Awesome.
opinion.
Good.
And so,
All right. Let's see what David says. Working with Mercedes Martinez will definitely help your wrestling knowledge.
oh, absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely. What are your thoughts on Mercedes?
I think she's
Working with her.
awesome. I can't wait. It's like an honor to get to work with her because she has been around the business so much and has seen so much
Yeah,
and knows so much. So I am like grateful and so excited to get to work with her.
awesome. Well, I can confirm that she is awesome.
Yeah.
I got to spend some time with her at WrestleCon, so she's pretty cool. Yeah, awesome.
Oh, I
Very
can't wait to
giving
meet her.
because we were with some talent, and she was sharing her knowledge at night.
Oh,
We're
really?
eating and we're talking, and she's sharing her knowledge with the team that was there, and we're like, man, Mercedes really giving of everybody. That's awesome. Good stuff. Yeah, you'll definitely learn a
Yeah.
lot from Mercedes.
I'm
100%.
looking
All right.
forward to it.
Tell me who your toughest opponent is to date and why.
Uh, it's Amaya.
It's Amaya. Okay. Why
Yeah,
is she so
it
tough?
100%. Oh my gosh, she's a force of nature. Like just she hits so hard. She's so aggressive, and there's not a lot of people out there who have
Right.
that like level. And she's really strong too, and just like she's a beast.
She's a beast. Okay. Awesome. What was your toughest match? Do you remember like where it was and all that?
Toughest match? Ooh, I don't know. I feel like every match just has its own like challenges. I think Brittany Brooks is another one who was, you know,
That's my
she's
pal, Brittany.
also like just strong and such a good wrestler, and so
Yeah.
she's another one who was like, man, like
Tough.
I want to, I want to compete with her again because it was
Right.
fun, you
Right.
know.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Who do you want to wrestle that you haven't wrestled with yet? Who's on your
Ooh, I
list?
want to wrestle. My list. Oh gosh, it's a great question.
There's so many, probably.
There's so many. Yeah. Uh, I gotta think about that one. I
All
feel
right.
like someone who has been a dream opponent of mine is Masha Slamovich. I
Masha.
saw her. Yeah, I mean, she's like on top of the indies right now. Like she's incredible.
She
I
is.
saw her wrestle at PCW Ultra
Okay.
in Los Angeles,
Okay.
and this was like pretty early on into when I was training, and I was in awe of her. I was just like, she is so cool and
Yeah.
so tough. Like that's someone who is like my dream opponent.
She's definitely tough. I can confirm that. I remember when she first started out here because she's from the New York area,
Oh
and
yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
yeah, and then she went to Japan, and then she just blew up over there. And I just saw her recently at Con, and I was like, "Do you remember me, Masha?" She's like, "Yeah, of course I do." Like
Oh.
that's awesome. Nah, she was
Yeah.
really, really, really cool, and to see her be the TNA Knockouts champion as she
Yeah.
was like awesome. So good stuff. All right, we got a
Yeah.
comment for you from Antoinette X. Taylor, we enjoyed you here in
Oh.
Colorado. They
Oh
love you in
hi.
Colorado.
Oh yeah, I
They're,
love Colorado. It's beautiful out there.
they're gonna love you here in New York, Taylor.
I hope so.
They will. I promise you, they're gonna love you here in New York. All right, let's jump out of wrestling for a moment. What does Taylor like to do for fun? What are some of your hobbies?
My main hobby, I guess, I do CrossFit.
Okay.
I do that, and then sometimes, like right now, I'm doing powerlifting,
Hmm.
and then after that, I'll go back to like I'm on a 12-week program because I was like, I just want to get like really strong,
Right.
like stronger than I am,
Right.
and so I'm on this like powerlifting program now, and then I'll go back into doing CrossFit and Olympic lifting, and then I take a few months, like 3 to 6 months out of the year in the beginning of the year to focus on like hypertrophy training, kind of like bodybuilding, not in a competing way, but just in a
Yeah.
workout style way. So that the gym is a big part of my life. I'm like at my gym right now because I
Are
didn't
you?
have time to go home. And then other than that, I go to quite a few concerts. Me and my fiance are big
Okay.
music fans. That's what we bonded over. So we go
Awesome.
to tons of concerts. We got to cross off like all of our favorite artists last year. Like we got Chord, Limp Bizkit, System of a Down, Slipknot, all last year.
Wow.
And
That's
then we
awesome.
got next week we are seeing Nine Inch Nails. We're seeing Magdalena Bay. We
Right.
got this one band. They're called Pixel Grip. They do my theme song.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Oh, that's
we saw
awesome.
them. Yeah, we saw them open for this band called Health,
Yeah.
and we were like, this is, they're amazing. So now we're
Right.
seeing them in October. Like, we always have concerts that we're looking forward to. We're seeing Deftones. Oh, we saw Deftones last year, and then again when they came to Arizona on their tour.
Right.
And this year is our second time going to Dia de los Deftones in San Diego.
Mhm. Man,
So
you got a full
so
plate
excited.
over there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, we love our concerts.
Good stuff. All right. What about foods? What's your favorite food and snack on the
So
go?
I have like I love sushi
Okay.
and I love Mexican food. So
Okay.
it's like those two
Those
together,
two.
like and there's a lot of places now that I feel like are popping up that do kind of both, you
Yeah.
know? But I love like a good like an enchilada or like a quesadilla. And my favorite snack, I have like I can't pick between two. I'm so indecisive, but I have like popcorn, just
Uh,
any sort of popcorn. And there are these pretzel twists that if you fly on Southwest, you might have had them. I know the flavor
I
is
did
called
fly at
like Maui.
Southwest. I think I
Did
know
you
what you're
have
talking about.
the pretzel twist, the
Yeah,
Maui
I
monk
did.
ones?
Yeah,
Aren't they
yeah, yeah.
amazing?
They are really good. Yeah.
They're so good. So they have them at Sprouts, and then the only other place I've ever found them was a
Right.
random middle of nowhere gas station driving to Colorado.
Right. Man, I had them when I went to St. Louis. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Sprouts might have them. You never know, because
Yeah.
they were so good. I had to like take a picture so I can look up like what it was, like where to
Yeah,
find them.
they were good. Yeah, I remember that. That was like last year. But what does Antoinette
Yeah.
say? Tell her the pain in the ass that runs the group. I don't know what she's talking about. I have no idea what she's talking about. Tell Yorkie when you're in San Diego, reach out to Lucha Libre.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I'll be there next weekend. So.
Awesome. David's looking forward to meet you, Taylor.
Oh, I can't wait to meet you too, David.
David's a busy guy. I
Oh
talk to
yeah,
him
I
every
can
day.
tell.
Yeah, he's really busy. All right. Let's come back into wrestling. So what other promotions would you like to work for? Is there anything that
Oh,
stands out?
I mean, I think my dream goal is TNA,
Okay.
and then I'll call it TNA.
TNA?
Yeah, like Taylor,
Right.
like that's
That's
like the
actually
the goal. I
that
have
could
a
be a
few other
shirt.
goals.
That could
Yeah.
be a shirt.
So like
100%.
me and my fiance, he's also a wrestler. Shout out Jacob East. He
Shout out
got
Jacob
me.
East.
Yeah. He got me into the Deadlock Wrestling podcast, and we were able to go to North Carolina, and we, did ring crew for a
Yeah.
show there. And I think that's another one that would go on like my dream, like places to work.
Okay. Carolinas.
Uh, yeah, like specifically Deadlock, because it's like that's
Deadlock.
like their shows are awesome, and they have people like Danny Luna, like she's great, like she'll wrestle there, and Hyen, she's awesome. I'm kind of like obsessed with her. She wrestled there, and it's like a really cool crowd, and the people who run it, like we're big fans of them, so that's definitely on the bucket list.
Okay. What about states? You're gonna cross off New York. What other states would you want to work for that work for you?
Oh gosh, I mean all of them.
All the above.
So
Every state.
yeah, so I'm crossing off New York. I'm crossing off San Diego. Means my first time in California. So I'm
Okay.
excited about that. Uh, I mean Washington
Okay.
or Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
So like that area, I'd
Yeah.
love to get out there. Uh, I
Okay.
mean East Coast it's
So,
all uncharted territory for me.
right.
So getting
Okay.
out that like the other side of the country.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. What's the best advice anybody gave you in the business that you
Uh,
still use
slow
today?
down.
Slow down. Okay.
Slow down. Yeah. Focus on the story
Okay.
and slow down.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Can you share who told you that?
I mean, I've had a lot of people tell me that, but one who probably was one of the first ones. So I had my first match before my official first match. So this is like my secret first match. my
Right.
unofficial, because I was dressed up like Wonder Woman.
Oh,
So yeah, well,
gotcha.
it was at Comic Con in Phoenix. It's called Fan Fusion
Okay.
instead of Comic Con, but same thing. And Chavo Guerrero was there. He just had like a little booth, and he's like one of my favorite wrestlers. I'm just like a huge fan of him. I think he's such a great worker, and
Awesome.
so we met him, and
Mhm.
that was pretty much the advice that he was giving me, because we were telling him like, Chavo, it's my first match. I'm a huge fan. Like, what
Right.
advice do you have? And yeah, that's what he was saying was, slow down, like don't rush, and focus on the story and telling that story, and that's what's important.
Awesome. We covered a lot of ground. Let's talk about overseas. Where would you like to go wrestle or train overseas?
Well, Japan is. I think if Japan isn't on a wrestler's bucket list, like why are you in wrestling? Because there's so much history
Right.
there, and it's just like such a cool place in general, but also for wrestling because it's so different. The culture around it's different, and the style and how they do things is different. And I would love to experience that. I also would love to go to the UK for wrestling, and like
Okay.
England,
Yeah. Yeah.
anywhere in Europe, but
Okay.
specifically like the UK.
I think Taylor wants to take over the world. I think that's what's
Yeah, yeah,
happening. Good stuff. Tell me about a match you want to be in you haven't been in yet. Gimmick match.
a gimmick match. Okay,
And
well,
if you say Hell in the Cell.
no, I'm not gonna fall off the top of it. No, I might want to. Gimmick match I'd want to be in. I'd love to just do like any sort of like street fight, and like I'd show up in like jeans instead of in like my gear, and I'd be
Right.
ready to just throw down, and something like
Right.
that would be fun. Um,
Okay.
yeah, that one, because that's like my like realistic, like that is gonna happen,
Right.
you know. And in my like, I'm like, all right, someday I'm gonna go through a table,
Right.
and when it happens, it'll be awesome, and I will be prepared up here.
Okay. Awesome. Your best fun road story you've had. What was so
Ooh,
fun about this road trip?
hmm. But I mean, my road trips, I get to travel with like the love of my life, like most of the time, like 99% of the time.
Uh-huh.
So we definitely have we always have a good time together. And then even when we have like our like friends that we train with and everything, like we always have fun. But I have one that's more interesting, and it's my worst road story. If you want to hear that.
Oh no, let's go.
Okay, so and I wasn't even booked to wrestle. But you gotta show face a lot of the time just so that people know you exist, or that
Yeah.
they can meet you, and that sort of thing.
Right.
So I think my friend Freddie, shout out Freddie Cordova, uh, I think he was booked. I don't know, but it was him, a couple other guys, me and my fiance, and I have a good driving car. I have a 2012 Subaru Outback that I love. So
Right.
we drive my car places. So it's kind of like our friends wanted to go, or were booked in San Diego
Mhm.
and needed a ride. And we're like, well, we'll go just to, network and meet people. And there's like this rest stop that's like kind of in the middle of nowhere. And we were there, and one of my lights came on. So we pulled over there, we checked it. We were like, I think we'll be okay. And then we keep driving, and whatever light it is comes back on, and we're like, oh no. So we pull over. We're at a rest stop that's really in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing but like toilets,
Right.
and my car completely broke down. And
Oh no.
so it was like, oh no, what do we do? And then we had this whole issue of like something was up. Oh, we couldn't find my insurance because my brother and my dad they have the same name.
Okay.
So for some reason, it was under my brother's name and not my dad's name.
Uh-huh.
And so we thought for like a hot minute that my car was broken down in the middle of nowhere and I didn't have insurance. Good news is I did have insurance, but we were waiting hours. I mean hours for a tow truck because there's
Wow.
nothing around. So
Yeah.
we ate all of the food that we had and didn't have anything else because
Oh
there wasn't
no.
anything there. We
Right.
drank all our water. We were just stuck there. And it gets worse. So the tow truck shows up,
It gets
takes us to.
worse.
It gets worse. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. So it takes
gotcha.
us to this like Subaru dealership so they can fix it. It was
Mhm.
like one of the belts just was shredded and they don't know like why or how. It's like a
Right.
freak accident.
Right.
So we're like, okay, so they're gonna fix it, but we're like stuck here, and we're like, how do we get home, or can we get like a hotel room? And then
Right.
we were like, where's like a car rental place? We were in Palm Springs is where it took us.
Mm.
And we're in Palm Springs. We go to like the airport and we try to rent a car, and then it's like the only person who like had a credit card that they could use was
Yeah.
my fiance, but his card had like a limit that was like not as
Oh,
much as like the hold that they put on your card would be.
right. Right.
So we couldn't rent a car.
Oh man.
And then we couldn't
Sounds
get
like a
like a hotel
nightmare.
room. Yeah. We couldn't get a hotel room either for the same
Right.
reason.
Right.
So we're stuck in Palm Springs. We like take a nap in the airport, but it's like one of those airports that closes at a certain time, so we had to leave. And we took a Greyhound bus back to Arizona.
Wow.
So
I-
we walked to like this really sketchy like gas station,
Right.
and we just had to sit there and wait for the bus.
Oh man, that's not a good story. That sounds like a
No,
nightmare.
I
Oh
think it might be the worst day of my life so far.
man. Right.
There was
Well,
a
let's
day that I said might be worse. I can't remember what day it was though.
no more
But
bad experiences, Taylor. All
yeah.
right. All right. Serena says, "What women wrestlers from the independents would say compared to you in power and strength wise?" That's
Power
good.
and strength wise. Uh, I mean, I mean,
I
anyone
think,
with like a powerlifting background, right?
yeah, yeah. Maybe
Anyone who
like
has like that kind of thing.
what about like J Rod or something like that?
Oh yeah, well, and J
Yeah,
Rod, she's also like not only in phenomenal shape, she's also very tall from
she,
what I hear.
she is very tall. I know. I've met.
Yeah,
I've got to film some stuff with her. Yeah, she's very tall, very strong.
yeah. Oh
So,
yeah.
100% agree with you. All
Yeah.
right. Last question. So, what do you hope to accomplish the rest of the year and the beginning of 2026? What are some of your goals?
Ooh. Just continuing the Taylor World Tour and going to different places and meeting different people and getting to wrestle in front of different crowds and experience like how different every crowd is. I think that's probably my favorite part. I love the crowd more than anything.
Right.
And I love getting to experience like here's a crowd that's like kids and families who don't really know about wrestling. And like here's a crowd that they know about wrestling, and you get to go out there and like wrestle.
Right.
And I got to do a show. I was managing my fiance, and we
Hmm.
were at a brewery in Colorado,
Okay.
and that was like one of the most like insane crowds because it was all
Awesome.
drunk people, and
Right.
we're not used to that here. Like, our
Right. In
school, a lot of our
Arizona.
shows are for like everything we do is very family oriented.
Right.
So getting to do those shows where it's like, oh, this is like adults and they're like drunk and
Right.
like rowdy and want to have
Right.
fun, it's like, oh, that's totally different energy. So I love experiencing stuff like that.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Taylor, for joining me. Your future definitely is
Oh, yeah.
bright. Let
Thank
everybody
you
know
for
where they get
having
some of your
me.
merch. Hey, anytime you want to come back, let everybody know about your merch. Where can they get some merch?
Oh, so right now I have a t-shirt design that I put together, and I'm trying to get that on Pro Wrestling Tees. So that's something that I will have soon. It's says Taylor Yorke ruined my life. So,
I love it. 100%. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm having a hard time getting stuff on Pro Wrestling Tees nowadays, like my
oh
designs.
really?
It's crazy. We got one more question for you. You're coming back to Rocky Mountain Pro anytime soon.
I'd like to get back down there at some point. I know Jake's gonna be there soon.
Okay.
But the time that he's going, a good friend of mine from high school is getting married, so I won't be able to go. I don't want to
Gotcha.
back out of her wedding.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
No,
So
100%. Let
so yeah,
everybody know where
thank
they
you,
can
Taylor.
follow you, Taylor.
Oh yeah, I'm mostly active on Instagram, and it's Taylor underscore York with an E at the end underscore.
All right. Everybody can catch Taylor this upcoming September 13th at Phoenix, the anniversary. Look at
Oh
that
yeah,
look at that freaking talent right there. Get your tickets right now, and it benefits Skyline High School. Very
yeah.
important cause. And then we didn't go about this earlier, but Renegade Pro Wrestling, tell us what's going on here.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be my California debut, and it is a match for their women's championship, and I get to go in there against
Wow.
my rival, my mortal enemy, Zamaya. So
Wow. Definitely get your tickets and go catch Taylor out there as well. And of course, coming up October 4th, right here in Long Island, New York, Rising Stars Women's Wrestling presents Halloween Mayhem. Get your tickets at nywcprowrestling.com. We've got, of course, Taylor right here who's going to be at the show making her New York debut. Izzy will be making her New York debut. Professor Serena Deeb making her debut here, but also a rare indie appearance because she's, busy in Ring of Honor trying to go
oh
for
yeah,
championships over there. Our general manager, Mercedes Martinez, will be in the house. The Kick Demon, Janai Kai. Harleen Lopez making her debut with us. The one and only Aaliyah James from NXT UK joining us. Tina San Antonio, Lulu, and of course, you don't want to miss that casket match between Abaddon and Amity LeVay. Just that is worth the price of admission. Get your tickets now. NYWC Pro Wrestling. And then Sunday, October 5th in Coney Island, you can catch Taylor again over there. Serena and many, many more Rising Star Women's Wrestlers. Check out that. More details come. You'll have to check out my socials and, of course, Rising Stars Women's Wrestling socials because I might as well make the announcement right now. I am the official podcaster media guy for Rising Stars Women's Wrestling. So I want to thank David and the crew over there for that honor. It's certainly we started it together. Like it's just a long story, Taylor, but we'll tell you someday. Everybody, have a good night. I'll be back this Friday with Steven Person, the new Adrenaline champion for SWA. Check it out. Taylor, hold on for a minute. Everybody else, have a good night.